Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Downtime Activities. As per usual, we had a hard time getting an intro together. Which is not unusual. And welcome back to our Epic 6 DnD campaign. Episode 6, I believe?
5.
6.
I apologize if I'm a little slow on the uptake for stuff here today. I was up most of the night smoking a brisket, so I'm kind of tired.
Is that what
Kinda
you're calling
crazy.
it now?
Yeah, if I'm not smoking the brisket.
So last time you guys returned to the Kenra capital in the province of Natifa, and sort of reconnected with Majid, the tabaxi merchant that you guys, a couple of you worked with previously, and he told you that he's putting together another caravan that's headed sort of back towards Raha, the sort of tabaxi homeland, and you guys all, the three of you signed up as guards.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe you're still in Natifa at the moment, I believe. Just sort of waiting for that caravan to get rolling. If you have anything you want to do before you leave.
Will you hand me a PHB real quick?
Sure.
From over in the stack. I don't have any equipment or anything I need to buy. This is just more of a rules question for one of my abilities. Not something relevant for right now. I'm good to go.
I think I'm good. I'm good to go.
Pull up the map here just so I has it.
Ooh, short or long rest? I'll be doing. Second one, I thought it was once per long rest. It's once per long or short rest.
That's pretty nice. Oh, I forgot. I'm also basically all short rest based.
Yeah, sure. All my maneuvers come back after short rests too.
And
And we got
it's
the
been a
cleric
day
over here.
since because I used a spell the
Yep.
last time, so I get that back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we kind of spend a lot of time
I just spent a
Building
lot of time
kinda-
eating that food.
in that
Super
horrible spicy to yeah.
I don't know what you guys talking about. It was delicious.
I'm gonna probably kind of be steering clear of him while he's eating that, because even the smell brings back hard memories for me.
Oh, I don't have any more now. But
Yeah.
I ate enough of it that I'm probably smelling like it for a little bit. Walk over to the elf. So, what's the plan here? Go back.
Oh god, reminds me of a literacy teacher I had in middle school. She brewed her own tea, and she'd like lean over your shoulder and be like, "Can I help you with that?" And you're like, "Whoa."
Since all the H's.
How can I help?
Was he just actually a vampire?
Maybe.
I want to suck your
What are you trying to imply here?
Anyway, yeah, I think that we're just kind of waiting for the caravan to get out of town. For me at least, I don't have anything left I need to do in town.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm excited for a new adventure.
We did our shopping.
You're excited about the mission.
I'm excited about the mission, man.
Majid's caravan is 5 wagons total.
Okay.
They're hired wagons, each with a driver, and he has 2 other guards, apart from you guys.
Oh yeah, we have our horses, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you guys do have horses.
Definitely didn't write that down.
Are
Honestly, it's a
our
good thing you
horses
remember, 'cause I did
technically
not.
war horses or riding horses?
They're
Even though we
technically
got rid of-
riding horses.
And we have normal tackle on them, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you
We,
guys,
we don't have stolen tack anymore.
Yeah, you guys replaced the saddles and stuff.
Horse. No details. Horse.
I named my horse.
What'd you name it?
Named it Freyla.
Not horse.
Not horse.
Fair enough.
Mine's in horse.
Hello, I am a dwarf. My name is Wolf. This is my horse. His name is Bird.
His name is Cat.
All right.
Alright, well.
I think that is there other guards for this
There are
caravan?
There was 2.
2 others. Do they have their own horses?
No, they'll be riding on the wagons.
Okay.
What race are they?
One is human and one is Kenra.
I say that we kind of keep on our horses and just ride at different intervals along with the caravan. Make it obvious that the caravan is guarded.
I'll hang out in the back for the first round.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter. I'll go wherever.
I'll take up the front.
Okay.
You want to go more middle?
And Majid will be riding on the front wagon.
Okay. So Majid, what are you transporting here?
Hookahs.
Oh, that's right. That's
pipes.
I had an experience with one of those. Let me tell you.
They're quite popular.
My first experience, I went full on the gold option, and oh boy, the god spoke to me,
He smoked
and
like
I know
20
it because
times strong.
I saw something that I then actually saw. You know what I mean?
I've heard, at least back in Raha, that a lot of seers and wise men use them to gain visions.
Judging by how most of our visions, well, we have a 100% success rate on visions right now. If you want to go
And
buy more of that.
All of mine have been drug based.
You only had one.
Exactly. 1 for 1, 100%.
One of my favorite things, she's like, I'm looking for this guy. I'm never going to find him. Like this old dude. Like that guy. That's him. Wait, what?
What?
What do you mean?
How in the hell? Yeah, I think we'll just kind of keep that sort of marching structure.
Yeah.
I assume we kind of stop and camp at night.
Mm-hmm.
We can take watches.
How long was the estimated travel for this?
It's going to be a few weeks. The wagons don't move terribly quickly, and
I
you
don't
guys
want to.
are.
There's a bunch of glassware inside them. You don't want to be hauling ass through a bumpy desert. We are selling hookah hose apparatuses and
shards of
sharp
glass.
shards of glass. Also, wash the hose apparatuses well before use.
Oh, I was hoping to buy some shards of glass.
It's very ornate glass shards.
Yeah, you guys are headed from Anku up to Manatum, which I believe everybody got the updated map.
Yes. You said
So-
that in the group or in the...
Yeah, it was in
In
the
the
group
group.
chat.
So it's going to be a few weeks of travel.
I have to go through all the mean
And we're going
pictures of
to-
Korgoth and
We're going to
Barbarian.
where? Manatum?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Which, I suppose all three of you probably give me history rolls. Since since some of you are from like either sort of this area of the world or have been traveling here.
19.
19?
12.
A 3.
Now 3.
Makes sense that you have no fucking clue.
You
Like,
have, yeah.
I'm well traveled, but I like.
Not
you,
this
have,
far
you
east.
have no fucking clue. Both of you two would know that Manatum is one of the two like major cities that Curia has taken from Raha. It's the capital of the southern of those two provinces.
So is it?
That Curia has taken away from the Tabaxi so far.
So it's imperial land. It's
Yes.
pretty well. I'm sure there's still plenty of people who dislike them there, but they're in control.
And it's recent enough that it's not the front lines, but essentially at any point a Tabaxi army could push far enough inland to lay siege to one of the cities. It's
And
relatively.
the
You guys are
people-
traveling relatively close.
And the race that's running it is the Jackal race. Like,
No, it's
It's the
so it's a Tabaxi city, but it's being run by the Curian Empire, the humans.
Cats and...
The humans that don't wear pants.
Well, that sounds bad.
What an excellent
AKA
historical
not
joke.
the barbarians.
Yes.
They're
how-
distinguished humans. That's why they wear skirts and no underwear. Because they're not heathens.
Nowadays, let's switch.
Yeah, so like it's going to be a few weeks travel, especially just because the caravans, like the roads in this area of the world are good, but it's still a bunch of wagons,
With
loaded
variables.
with, loaded with hand blown glass and stuff like that. So
We see very many other people go in the opposite direction.
yeah, you'll fairly regularly pass people, and you'll pass sort of intersections with other sort of large roads pretty consistently. Fairly often it's And sort of as especially once you sort of cross out of Natifa and into this province of Siduri, there's more and more Imperial patrols.
Okay.
And fewer and fewer like merchants and travelers, but there are still quite a few merchants and travelers sort of braving the journey back and forth. But quite often, you guys are alone for a day at a time. It's not necessarily unusual to have to road yourselves as well.
Is it pretty regular military movement? Do we see is there military checkpoints anywhere, like groups of soldiers marching to or fro that we see regularly?
Most of them seem to either be like patrols or couriers. You don't pass a legion on the march or anything like that.
That'd be a good sign of trouble if we did.
But you are seeing more soldiers than you have seen, either in your homeland or in Natifa or any of that. There's a considerably larger military.
Actually, brings up a question. So since my land is currently cut off at the moment, am I gonna raise suspicion, or are they just gonna look at me weird? And
they'll probably look at you weird. It's not like necessarily like illegal for you to be here.
Okay.
It's just like,
and they might not even know that necessarily that's where you're from. They're probably like, what an oddly proportioned man. These guys, they're probably not like, oh yes, this is clearly a guy from the opposite corner of the known world that I've probably never been to.
And there's a very good chance that even if they've heard of dwarves, they may never seen one.
Okay.
It's like, this is a very weirdly proportioned.
Listen, I don't want to draw attention and start shit, because I will finish it, but I don't want to have to start it.
If it makes you feel any better, as we move out of here, I think a lot of it will be more drawn to me, I believe.
Well, you make sense for this part of the world,
Yeah,
and I kind of do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just across the pond from here.
The only homeland that you're really all that far from is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just leaving yours, and you're not terribly far from here.
And we all look like mercenaries, because we're defending a caravan, so that's not abnormal, I would think.
But speaking of military presence, a couple of weeks into this, sort of well into the Siduri province, the caravan is going to be stopped by a fairly large contingent of, it seems like, light cavalry.
Okay.
And but they wave all the wagons to the stop, and an officer kind of approaches.
Trucker's checkpoint.
Majid gets out of the wagon, and then one of their officers kind of approaches, and the officer kind of gives everybody the glance of kind of sizing everybody up, and then just tells Majid that by order of the Imperial Governor, they've been ordered to search all caravans coming into Siduri province, looking for shipments of weapons.
Okay. Since I'm up at the front, I am going to be having my horse. I'm going to be just behind Majid, making sure standing there, not what go, let's go, bro, let's go, but kind of hovering above there, just keeping an eye on the encounter, making sure that Majid's safe.
Yeah, there's 20 or 30 soldiers.
Yeah, not trying to start anything, and I don't see any issue with them finding hookahs.
I think Majid has the same kill count as us.
I've killed only one person?
Yeah, and was it just in the fight with the slavers, right?
Yeah. I think Majid has a higher kill count than me.
He's doing good.
I'll make insult.
No.
So yeah, they'll everybody has to just kind of stand to the side while the Curians, take everything out of all 5 wagons, search everything, and then the officer just kind of tells everybody to move along, and the patrol moves along without reloading the wagons.
Yeah, we did that. You loaded back up.
Great. You sons of bitches.
Classic Curian. Let's load this shit up.
Take the opportunity to stretch a little while this crap is going on. Look around too.
I'm gonna just immediately start helping load shit back onto the wagons.
Yeah.
It takes a good part of the rest of the day to get the wagons all packed up. But it never goes back together quite like it did the
Never.
first time.
No, not
You
at all.
get it so great that first time, and then somebody comes and fucks it up, and then you.
Well, it's like they pull like things that are like bound in straps, and it like loosens them slightly, so they take slightly more space. So your perfect Tetris thing doesn't work like it did before. So, and you have to do it in a hurry. And
Bastard.
Majid seems faintly annoyed, but not in any way like surprised.
He's used to it.
I'm sure he's used to this.
He's like, as they're kind of running away, he just kind of muttering. He's like, if I was smuggling weapons, I wouldn't take the main highway.
Yeah.
Like, I know a dozen other routes through these days. He's like, well, half dozen. 2 or 3. At least one of them.
He's one of them. If we're willing to die, 3 or 4.
If some of us aren't making it back, at least a dozen.
Yeah, that's
I mean, it's classic Imperial doctrine of just like, oh, we better make sure we don't have bad things happen, so let's go about stopping them in the way that only inconveniences normal people. It doesn't stop the things we're actually trying
we'll
to
find
stop.
the dumbest of criminals and take their crack.
This is what happens when you let a bunch of no good goddamn humans in charge of something.
Yeah.
I think
Here it is.
most of the weapons that are likely being smuggled into the provinces here are probably coming across the border from Raha and aren't coming from elsewhere within the Empire. There's plenty of factions within the Empire that would be happy to see pieces of it carved away, but my assumption is that any weapons moving about are probably coming from farther east.
And
or
don't they?
going up north.
Do they still control their own docks? Your people to the north?
I mean, they control
Some coastal areas.
not to the Hero Sea at all. They've lost at least all coastal access to that. But
Interesting.
I mean, as far as trading any legitimate goods, there's plenty of people willing to make the runs back and forth across the border. I assume the Tabaxi that arranged to buy all these hookahs is one of those. I don't think it would make I strongly doubt there's a lot of people in Manatum buying hookahs, but the city was hardly destroyed, so I don't know for sure.
Wait, you say are all these sukas are already accounted for? If someone's planning
Yeah,
to buy
I have a buyer it's buying the whole shipment off of me.
Impressive.
It's easier that way when you can arrange it.
Yeah.
I've never seen that kind of
Probably have, just not near me.
Wow, look at that giant golden statue. Too bad it belongs to somebody else.
money. If I could just get it.
No
towed.
comment on seeing large amounts of money.
We're in the heat of tax season. We don't need to be putting that out there.
That's bad juju.
I'm going solar though, and there's really good tax breaks for that. So at this next year, then I'll see the money coming.
You should talk to my dad about solar. I might cut this out, but don't go with that Lasta solar because most of what my dad does
Is fixed there.
fixing Atlasta's shit.
Yeah,
so,
we're going through Skyline.
I actually just told my dad that exact thing yesterday.
I've
I'm
not
like,
heard
his
good
dad,
things
his
about
entire
Atlasta.
job most of the time, his job most of the time is fixing Atlasta's fuck ups. He's like, huh, good to know. If we ever have the money for it, Dingleberg.
It is expensive. That's something my dad talked about too. It's just like some of the systems they install. Just like it's like this was like 52 panels and like whole battery banks. It's just like there's a lot of money people are throwing at this. Anyway,
Back to the pretend world.
back to the pretend world where solar power doesn't exist.
What is the solar power you speak
Ah, you are a worshipper of Ra, I see.
Yeah, if you're a worshiper of a sun god, then that's your solar power for it.
Law-based artificer.
Oh, you died.
Like that.
I would just go with a light cleric, probably.
I think, yeah, you'd probably go light cleric. I think that being a Egyptian cleric of the sun as a 5e character is how you get the most raw power out of a build.
Such a move.
It's a bad pun, but I appreciate it.
Been a long time. Been a long.
Did you miss me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like as you guys are kind of like, you have the wagons back loaded up and stuff. Majid's kind of checking a map, and he's like, well, I'd hope there's a village just off the road that I had hoped to be at by nightfall, but it looks like instead we'll probably be there sometime midday, maybe late morning tomorrow.
Since we're close, do we just want to keep going, or we want to camp out before?
Fine on the way. It could be late into the night.
Yeah, doesn't matter to me.
We're planning to stay in this village.
It's they have a reliable well, and it's a fairly popular stop with at least some caravans heading up and down this way.
Maybe we push through.
Yeah.
I'm fine pushing through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sooner.
Majid, take the vote around.
Just sweat
Your
your elf, I
5
see.
unnamed companions seem meh about the whole idea. Like, I would rather just get to sleep. But you, 2 of you have literally fought to protect Majid in the past.
I took a stab for him.
You did take a stab for him.
I stabbed a dude for him.
Mm-hmm. He stabbed 2 dudes for himself.
Yeah, again, highest kill count. Dude didn't need guards.
He is not a combatant. He just got lucky.
He
at
just
people.
rolls well on
And it's
daggers.
an epic 6.
Yeah. And we were fighting starved peasants.
All peasants are starved.
They were aggressive as hell.
If it's a peasant,
You would be too
starved,
if you were a starved
That you're
peasant.
not wrong.
Yeah, not everybody can be like a priest of Anubis,
Not on
or
purpose.
or a noble scion,
I
or
didn't choose this life.
Okay, so you guys are gonna push on towards the village of Tomine that night.
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna have a recoup evening and night there.
Okay, so you guys will be arriving close to midnight.
Okay.
It kind of with the delay of having to like repack everything, you're traveling for a while after the sun goes down. The road is fairly easy to follow, sort of, especially by moonlight. And these desert nights tend to be pretty clear, so it's easy to follow the road. And as you guys are sort of approaching the village, roll me perception checks.
Uh-oh. 18.
16.
16.
Shade.
That's what my elf eyes see.
What do your elf eyes see, Tarsus?
Can 2 of you see in the dark, or
I do have dark vision. Yes, but
Just
only
the
up to
dog
60
can't.
But I only have, but it only goes
Just-
up 60 feet.
right?
That's
Just
true.
the
Same
just,
60
just
feet
the
of dark
camera
vision.
that it would totally
Makes sense to have
dark
dark vision. Yes. Thank you, wizards. Thank you.
Balance.
I'm fixing that next level.
Fine. I'll find
Angrily
another way
drinks
to
the
get
rest
myself
of his
dark vision.
monster.
If you won't give me dark vision, then I'll get it from this god of death. Wizards of the Coast.
This is what happens when you don't give me dark vision. I go down a dark path.
I go from being chaotic neutral to chaotic evil.
I'll kill for it.
As you guys are sort of approaching like where this village should be, it becomes obvious fairly quickly that there are no lights burning within the village. As you guys like kind of reach a point where you can start kind of seeing the outline of buildings and stuff, kind of in the distance ahead. There's not. It doesn't seem like there's a single lamp or candle lit in the village at all.
I'll be like, Majid, is this village usually so quiet?
I mean, it's a small village, but I would expect some light.
Should we ride?
Maybe we should
ahead?
ride ahead a little ways before the caravan goes in there and just get a view, get a little closer view.
We'd stay here with the caravan. I'm gonna go check this out.
Do you want to come with us, Asim?
Sure.
Let's take a look. We're all the 3 that have our own horses, so we can ride up and
Right.
get a look at it.
By the way, do you want me to roll again disadvantage for the perception check?
No. No, it's fine. I was making. I had you make the perception check before I remembered that a couple of you had dark vision. So
I mean, dark vision doesn't help you see light. You also can't see any light over there. You can't see shit because there's no light.
You're not wrong.
you guys can see shit and can see no light. Riding down into the village, it seems, at least the streets, completely abandoned. You can't hear. It's not a huge village. It is sandstone buildings. There's kind of a larger. There's kind of a larger building in the center. But like all of the buildings you guys pass, and sort of no matter what road you guys ride down through this village, there's no movement. There's no noise that you would associate with people.
Are any of you good at tracking?
Survival?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Survival skill?
Yeah, I got pretty good survival.
Do you want to see if we can see if there's been any sort of struggle or
Yeah,
where traffic is moving through this village?
yeah, I can just
Yeah.
I know say
Survival.
13.
13.
Or is it +6 plus?
No, it's
okay.
just that.
Yeah,
There's. It seemed like before this, everybody went missing here. There was a decent amount of foot traffic. It's not a large village, but it seemed like it was a fairly lively one. As far as you can tell, any tracks that you can find that seem recent seem to be heading towards that larger building at the center of the village.
Does it look like there was stuff left behind?
Mhm.
Like they left. Okay.
So
In a hurry.
And they were all going towards the large building.
And quite often, like, doors are left open.
Is there any horse hooves, or is there like large amounts of horse hooves moving through here?
I mean, yes,
Like-
from like caravans and stuff.
The
it does-
light
it doesn't-
cavalry contingency you saw didn't charge this village.
It doesn't look like light cavalry. attacked
Yeah,
the village,
okay.
no.
Should we just go check the big
Let's
building?
check that
it
building
seems
and
that's
see.
where everything converged.
Let's follow those tracks.
All the doors are shut. There are multiple doors into the building, kind of like it's kind of a big like octagonal building. It's the nicest building and definitely the biggest building in the village. And there's kind of doors in like each wall,
Okay.
all of which are shut at a glance.
No windows or anything.
There are windows, but they're a little bit higher up.
I'll step off the horse and move forward and knock on a door.
That's what I was gonna say.
No response.
I try the door. Is it like sealed?
It doesn't open. It feels barricaded, not locked. Or like barred, not locked, if that makes sense.
So they are in there trying to stop something from getting in there? Or were?
Hello, I'm Tertius Praxis.
Your voice echoes eerily through the streets of this moonlit abandoned village.
If there's anyone inside, please speak now.
What are you trying to?
I'm trying to see if there's anyone in there.
Trying to give
I'm
a
gonna try and
speech?
force the door open through whatever they barricaded.
Okay, give me an athletics.
10.
10. You give it a good blow, and you think it's certainly barricaded. You don't think it's like particularly stiffly barricaded, but you're not quite able.
Is this
to
like the lock where it
push
just?
Someone give me a hand here. I need an extra shoulder to shove into this.
You need athletics? That's him.
Well, I think if either of you help,
I'll go.
can I get advantage with help?
I
They
really
do the help
Whoever
action
has
on
the
it?
best athletics can
Okay.
take
I have a
advantage.
negative.
I have
Okay.
I
I'm
have
plus
a
5.
I got a +3.
I'm plus 5, so I'll take it with advantage. Oh, with advantage, you say.
Oh shit.
It'll just be his roll, Jared.
It's
You're
you
just,
helping
like,
me.
giving him
I don't want to look.
17.
17.
Hey.
It kind of takes a couple of. It takes both of you kind of a
1,
couple
2.
of blows, but you can kind of feel it giving each time, and then with a crack, something on the other side gives way. The doors burst open to reveal a rather large octagonal room, this kind of domed building, with a large well at the center, and nobody inside.
Hello?
Check that well last.
Well, this is it's a fairly featureless room apart from the well, right?
Mhm.
At this point, I'm a little freaked out, and the shield that was on my back slides onto my arm.
Can I use stone cutting to like figure something out? Like I don't know if that's I don't know if that's something.
It'd be more something like I feel like that'd be telling you like history of the
Yeah,
architecture,
yeah.
what kind of culture
Can I
makes
do
it.
like a survival? See.
Yeah, you can totally give me a survival
See,
check.
like,
and
who-
you guys can give me perception checks as well if you want.
Ooh.
22.
On survival?
Yeah.
And a 22 on perception.
13.
13. It's not
It's
hard.
because you're no dark.
Exactly.
It's not hard to find
It's a dark.
occasional blood splatters, occasional drag marks, all sort of leading towards this well at the center. And every door in the exterior of this building has been barricaded from the inside by, sometimes with tools, sometimes with lengths of chain or rope. It seemed like sort of anything that was at hand was used to seal off these doors.
That's weird.
Good news
I'm
if you
approaching
need
the well.
tools or rope.
Okay.
I approach towards the well. I was having someone, if he's pointing out blood splatter, drawing out the sword with the shield. I'm going to look down over the well. Is there water down there?
You can't see far enough. As far as you can see,
It's further
with
than
dark
60
vision,
feet.
you can't see any water.
Do we hear any water? Does he hear any water?
Give me perception checks. Anybody who's
Same.
anybody who's if you're
10.
looking in the well or
I'm gonna
listening
hold,
at the
I'll
well
I'll
or
just be like
smelling the well.
I'm gonna hold back for a
Okay.
second.
Oh, perception. That's 6.
6. It smells faintly damp, but you cannot hear or see or see any water.
I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna bust out my staff.
Okay.
Just in case.
Just in case
I'm
something
ready.
comes climbing up out of the well.
Just I'd be ready to hit somebody with shillelagh.
Good choice.
that was an Erickson suggestion.
Good choice. I am prepared as I can be.
I'm going to take out a copper piece
Okay.
and drop it down the well.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
It falls for a while. That didn't make your math convenient, did it?
It did not. It made it.
I was
It's
gonna
making
say-
it incredibly
I was gonna- I
inconvenient. I
figured
had
it's-
even gold pieces.
I figured it probably was just making it
that turned
complicated
one
'cause you
gold
haven't
piece
spelled
into
copper
9
on anything.
copper and 9 silver.
Okay, you flick a coin into the well. It falls for a while, and you very faintly hear it kind of clattering on stonework.
So no water. Maybe there's a tunnel down there.
Maybe, but this does not explain all the blood.
There's no water down there. There's no ladder or anything. Can I look along the edge and see if there's any sign of like something being affixed to it to climb down this?
Sure, I'll make that a survival check. I think.
Okay. Can I, I'll be like, look for any signs of this around the well, because, mine's a
Fine,
10.
I'll allow it.
Mine's a
Can
10.
I do an investigation around the edge of this well?
Sure, I'll allow it.
That's a 19 on the survival.
Mine was a 10 on the survival.
10.
10. It doesn't look like anything was like affixed here. It seems like, as far as you can tell, something or some things with claws came out of the well, and then many more things went back into the well.
They probably just scaled
What
up.
would that?
Some sort of...
If it was something that
creature
scaled
down
the belt, that doesn't explain why everybody convened here.
Well, maybe they were running, hid here from something on the outside, and then it came up through the well.
Maybe. Wait, if there's something on the outside that scared him, you might want to go check.
We should go get.
We should go check on our caravan.
Let's...
Are we worried about anything coming to us right now?
I'm concerned because I've just made noise in the well. If there's something down there.
Hey, at least you didn't throw a whole armored dwarf corpse down the
I didn't do that.
Here, hold this.
Throw it
Would-
next time.
That's really stupid.
Uh,
Do you want... Would we be able to like run in out of the door we opened and like see the caravan?
They would. You'd be able to see the lights from it.
Okay.
Are there still lights from it?
You can still see the lights up there
Okay.
on the hill.
Well, some people want to stay here, or one person want to stay here, the rest can go get it, or vice versa.
I don't know if we want to bring the caravan in
I
here.
would not want to bring the caravan.
Well,
in.
or at least go tell them
There's some sort of
everybody dead, they all gone.
there's some sort of evil, dangerous creature here. Then we should probably rid the world of it and ourselves of it. I don't want it at our back to march. If we march past with the caravan.
Right. I'm gonna go just let Majid know.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
stay-
keep an eye on the well.
Off I go.
Okay. There are Majid, 2 guards, and 5 wagon drivers.
Kill the lights.
Waiting, sort of bored, sort of expectantly, sort of worried. It's a mix of emotions.
Explaining the whole situation. Everybody's gone. There's claw marks into this really creepy well in the center. No one's there.
And I know the big building, octagonal with the well at the center.
Yeah. Do you know anything about that, or anything about that well?
I mean, it's just always been here. The village built the building around it just to...
Is there ever a time you can think of where it's dry? Where it's a dry well?
No, it's an extremely reliable well.
From what we gathered, it's dry right now. Anyways, there's some weird stuff going on.
I know the region has earthquakes occasionally. I've heard of other villages having wells dry up after minor earthquakes, but
Interesting.
that doesn't explain everyone going missing.
I don't know what the best steps are from here, but it's probably best to stay out of the town. So you might want to set up camp nearby and have some people on watch, but
Try and keep the lights off too.
yeah, less visibility. Maybe have these other guards stay at the other 2 back there wanting to check this out and see if there's something that we can do to end whatever's happening in there right now.
Well, since the 3 of you have horses, maybe we'll pull another mile or so back up the road.
It's probably a good idea.
Should be. If whatever took the villagers is still in the village, we should be safe if we move that far out.
Have rotating guards as the night goes on, and probably keep the lights to a minimum if you can.
Well, be careful, the 3 of you.
This'll be interesting.
I have good eyes, and I can't see to the bottom of that thing.
Yeah.
This building is weird.
Something's off here.
When I return, I'll explain to them. He said it's normally a very reliable well.
Did he say anything else about it?
Not really. He just said normally, or something about earthquakes in the area, but not.
Okay, I know
common.
this particular spell. Maybe I need to see the rules for this spell. Would I be able to use like a detect good and evil on the well to see if there's like anything coming off of
You
it?
could try.
It would depend on the range. So I think detect evil and good like detect certain types of creatures within a certain range of you. I don't think it's alignment based. I think it's creature type based
It's
in
one
this
of
edition.
it's one of those spells that's named like it should be alignment based.
Because it was back
but
in the
then
day.
It's not.
Concentration.
Back in my day when we paid
3.5
edition,
So it's
I had
You know,
expertise in the use rope skill.
aberrations.
Not that expertise
celestial,
existed.
Elemental, fey, fiend, undead within
30
feet,
30 feet.
as well as if the creature is located, where it's located. Similarly, if there's a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
That could be useful.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you know that's.
Isn't it a ritual?
No.
Not ritual? Just been a spell, but that's still fine.
Magic is. Actually, literally all the other.
You don't have to roll anything, it just works.
Oh,
Yeah, you can just choose to do it. It's just
Yeah,
like
I'm
That one just works.
whether or not you learn anything.
yeah.
You cast that?
Yeah, okay.
Faint presence of undead somewhere below your feet.
Hoorah!
Well, that's unnerving.
What is?
Well, just
Ooh-la, woo-da, woo-da. Spooky. What?
well, we have some unsavories beneath us here, i.e., the undead.
How far beneath us? I say, like,
It's-
kind of taking turns picking up
Taps
one of
on
my
the
feet.
ground.
It's... You've been stepping on a zombie the whole time.
Ah!
It's pretty close to the outside, like, edge of that range.
Okay.
So,
Like 30 feet down.
just 30 feet or close to it.
I have no problem with that. In fact, I'm very well set.
I
up
think
for this.
you guys are both like clerics of death. Isn't that like
Yeah.
a big no-no, undeath?
Well,
Out of
I'm a
character.
cleric of life and death, so...
No.
So you don't like the in-between.
Yeah.
It's one or the other, black and
You
white.
can either be dead
Or alive. No one.
I need you to choose a lane here, buddy.
I just start shouting down the wall. Choose a goddamn lane!
Undead or soulless, basically, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, then I don't care either way. I'm very well set up for this.
But they are like
There's
an
a thin.
abomination.
Understand.
There's a
They're
thin
not
line
great.
between life and death, my brother, and you are riding a unicycle down the middle. I'm
feet
like,
down
catch
on
you,
both
catch you, touching feet down on both sides. Let's kill these motherfuckers.
Well,
Well,
how are we going to get down there? That's the first question.
Have we thought
Maybe-
about jumping down?
maybe
Well, we don't know how deep, like...
maybe dropping a coin wasn't enough noise. Maybe they'll climb to us. I don't want to hook my grappling hook on this and hang
Alright,
from a
that's
rope
it.
trying to fight.
Is there like a bench or somewhere?
Is there a broken
yeah,
chunk
yeah,
of
you
wood
could-
from
you
where
could-
we
yeah,
kicked
you
the
could
door
definitely
open?
find
Yeah, I'm just gonna
a chunk of wood or
I'm just gonna grab a
bench
chunk of
or
wood.
something.
Ah, get your ass up here! And then throw it down the
Whoa,
well.
whoa!
Also, before all this fun stuff...
I didn't get no sleep because of y'all. Y'all not gonna get no sleep because of me.
Hang on. You must do something before all of this goes
Too
down.
late.
That's fine. I was just gonna say, let's steal all the tools and rope and shit off the doors because
Hey, you get...
there's no reason for them to be barred now.
Well, we should keep them barred so that if, like, there's only one way they can get out if we're, like, having to fall back, you know?
No, that's fair.
Like, we can get it afterwards.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know those things where you're like, I'll come up with a little dungeon for them to run or something. The players have done something I did not expect. That was that moment right there.
But I was just being very loud, of course, to come up.
I'm not
Fight
going.
me, you sons of bitches!
You do not. It does not seem to like garner a response.
Ow. That usually works.
Yelling "fight me" at the top of my lungs usually gets somebody to fight me. I don't understand.
Unfortunately,
Maybe-
we may have to go down there, or maybe there's some kind of trigger that we're missing.
Can I do like a survival, see if there's like something that would alarm them here? Like something loud enough that we're missing?
Sure.
Maybe a survival or a perception?
Yeah, perception probably makes more sense.
Nope. As a 1. Well, 5, but 1. Yeah, it's a fail. There's nothing.
Well, don't have any other bright ideas. Got a grappling hook, 50 feet of rope.
That was my plan.
Did I get a grappling? I don't know if I bought a grappling.
This is a well. We're going down one at a time, fellas.
Yeah, you don't get to all rappel down next to each other like the final mission in the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
This isn't Stadium Bravo. We're not doing.
Rappel down
We're not doing the
same
gantry
quality.
spawn on Stadium Bravo. All right, I'm gonna fix my grappling hook to my 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
I'm going to
Hey,
try and
how's your chance
securely
to go
hook
grab
that on the edge of this well,
Okay.
I'll be back.
and I probably have to have both hands to climb down here safely, right?
Yeah.
Like the sword's going in, shield's going on the back, and I'm gonna be like, if I start screaming,
We
Pull
run the other
me
way.
up.
Cut the rope.
pull me up.
He's already standing there with a knife. Don't worry, you start screaming.
I know what to do.
I have the axe out. Alright, let's do this.
And I'll hook it and get it like tugged tight, and I'm gonna start climbing down the rope.
Okay.
While he's doing this, I'm casting armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay. You get It doesn't take you with your like amount of dark vision. It doesn't take you all that. You get like 20 or so feet down the rope before you realize that the end of your rope is about 20 feet or so off of the bottom of this well.
Okay.
But there does seem to be like a break in it down near the bottom.
Okay.
So somewhere for the water to lead out.
I don't want to just drop 20 feet. I'm going to climb back up, reel, and be like, I think that if we go all the way down, there does seem to be some sort of strange pathway. But my rope won't quite reach. Do either of you have some rope we can tie to the end of it?
Some rope on the doors.
Hang on.
Actually, I think I do have rope.
We
Yeah,
can steal some
here,
others.
here. I toss you my rope. It's
As a
another
sailor, I do a quick firm knot on here and throw the entire length of rope down.
Okay.
Alright. I'm going to start climbing my way down.
Okay. You can reach the bottom of a well that clearly had water in it recently.
Okay.
I mean, a good chunk of this well is like still fairly damp.
Okay.
A lot of it's rough cut. As you get sort of down into the bottom of it, there's kind of patches of stonework. And right at the very bottom, there's a lot of kind of tumbled stone, and one of the walls of this well seems to have kind of caved in completely out into what your dark vision elf eyes like tell you seems like kind of a landing on a staircase.
Okay.
An extremely old stone staircase that seems to lead both up and down.
Alright, see you on the other side.
You're probably
fucking military
70 feet
Down.
at the bottom of the well.
We detected something above us then, because he was only like 30 feet down.
Yeah.
There also is stuff below. I think we work our way up first, so we don't get snuck up on, and then work our way back down.
Well, I'm not down there yet.
Yeah.
A quick question. Is
See you on the other side, draw.
military repels?
Give me the joke.
Is
It's really hard in a well.
yeah, ridiculous. Decent.
It's like scraping the back of your head on rough
Can
hewn
a
rope.
rope be an athletics check or an acrobat? I'm assuming athletics.
It's just climbing.
Yeah. I mean, it's as far as DnD is concerned, you can essentially just climb.
You can just climb, it'll just be at half your movement speed. If you're interested in how movement speeds work, there is a help action on the Downtime Activities YouTube channel going into detail about how wrong most people are about movement speeds.
Climbing a rope is
And
hard
climbing.
in real life.
Mm-hmm.
We're a little more generous with it in D&D.
Yes. Climbing like 70 feet straight down on a rope is not easy.
Because I have no problem saying this is going to be difficult. This is going to be difficult.
But if you're taking your time, you could like brace yourself and take breaks and stuff.
And
You're just
getting
moving
down the
slow.
rope's much easier than getting back up the rope.
True.
That's true.
Also, this is going to suck super bad because I can't see shite down there.
Do we have the ability to make light?
I have a torch. Oh, no, that's actually on my horse. Never mind.
I have torches with me, but
Yeah.
just because of the pack I bought. But
Unless I'm holding it in my mouth.
do either of you have the light cantrip?
No.
Hang on. I do have light cantrip.
Nice. This cannot go wrong.
You should cast that on something he's holding, so he's got some light.
That's fine.
His face. The AoE spell comes.
And then sword makes a shink noise for no good reason, because why would you design a sheath to do that? And shield. And you're like, I think we should clear up the stairs above us where you sensed a dark presence.
I pull out my staff.
I'll take the front.
Here, have me one of your torches.
Yeah.
Light.
You light, it's just glowing.
Is this
That's
glowing?
neat. It's a glow stick.
It's a
Strange magics.
extremely bright glow stick. Okay, you guys are heading up.
Wait, we had light this up. We should have dropped. Never mind. We should have dropped something.
You should have
I didn't want to
We
waste
should-
a
We
torch.
should have used the. No, we could have.
You
We
used
could have
light.
put it on the coin.
And dropped
I didn't know you could make light appear with the snap of a finger.
Well, I didn't.
Which,
Didn't
by
they
the
You
way,
summon light and whips a vine, and your shadow moves on its own. It's weird. strange.
You're not liking how your voices are echoing through this building as you're arguing, but you don't hear anything.
This can't go wrong.
We should probably be more quiet.
Are you trying to?
I like how
you-
your
are you-
chair squeaks.
Yeah.
These
I'm going.
stairs are squeaky.
I'm going to be trying to step quietly
I,
as I move up.
Can I use stone cloning to kind of get a history of this well?
Sure, you can give me
what
a
is
history
that?
roll.
So it's a history roll, but
You'll
you
have advantage,
get
right?
to. I think with the
Or does
dwarf
he just treat it as
treats it as expertise. I think, but let me double check that.
Indeed, you should just double check that.
This will be the first instance of expertise we've seen in this.
I love expertise.
Yeah, you're considered proficient and add double your proficiency bonus to the check
Ooh.
instead of your normal.
So history.
If it's related to the origin of stonework.
So, are you proficient in history? No.
But he gets to
So-
treat himself as if he's proficient and expertise. So you'll get
to
a
add +4 to that.
so a total of +5, I
Plus
think.
that guy, so yeah,
Yeah, so
plus
plus
5,
Nice.
which is pretty dope.
14.
14. Based off of what you've seen in your travels out here, you would say that this is much older than the village that is on top of it.
Oh.
This looks like the lower levels of like an old fortress, like cellars or catacombs
This will explain
beneath an outpost.
What are the
or
chances
a
this
fortress or
leads
stronghold of some
somewhere
kind?
to one of the buildings in the city, or the village?
I suppose we'll find out. Tertius, quiet.
Anybody who's trying to remain quiet can give me stealth
No,
checks.
just hang on.
Very nearly a crit fail, but instead a 21.
And 18.
And 18.
22.
22. Okay.
Mine's still cool.
Damn. Where was this roll when we were stealing horses?
Technically, we're relying off of passive perceptions here, so let's find out what that is.
Oh yeah, my passive perception is ass. So
Mine is 13.
So, hang on. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing this right. Am I supposed to add proficiency bonus to these? Or
So,
if you have a black dot next to it, you add that number.
but you already did when you were like building this. So your stealth bonus, you're
It's
not
just the
proficient.
+30.
It's just your dexterity modifier. But if you had that dot filled in, then it'd be your dexterity modifier and your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
And
Yeah.
for you, even though you're not proficient in the history skill, you are for just
The
stonework,
history of stone.
and that lets you double that guy.
Yeah.
Also, your passive perception is 10 plus whatever the modifier is on your perception check. So yours is 14. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad
We
at all.
got 11, 13, 14. That's
Respectable eyesight.
Better than these things. As far as
Oh.
passive perception goes.
That's good.
Hey, I'm just saying, if they didn't hear me go, come up and fight me!
That's because they're doing that creepy I Am Legend thing where they're all in the corner rooms going.
Or they're just kind of standing there. No, trying to do the Last of Us thing.
I don't like it. I climb back out of the well, cut the rope, whether they're on it or not. Anyway,
You son of a bitch!
Okay, roll for fall damage. Okay.
they died.
Probably. You're all first level characters, and it's a pretty deep well. Moving, like, following the staircase up, you'll move up maybe 20 feet or so, and there'll be a landing for a floor, or like an archway that seems to lead out into a tunnel. The staircase does continue farther up. What you were sensing was probably another floor up.
Okay.
You think you're still probably too deep for like the range of detect good and evil. So you can kind of. Do you want to stop on this floor, or do you want to?
I'd like to look into this floor.
Okay.
And the way, what is there in here?
It seems to be a hallway with doorways on either side.
Let's go all the way to the top, work our way down. Let's be thorough. Let's be thorough.
Okay.
We don't wanna
Continue
Skyrim this where
creeping
we're
up
inching
higher
back.
to the top, or
Okay.
to the next level up.
Okay. The next level up is it's kind of the same thing. But it's a like a tunnel with doorways on either side. The staircase kind of continues to spiral up a little bit further, but looking up, moving up the staircase a little bit, it's blocked with rubble, not much higher than you guys are.
So this is as high as it goes.
At least this staircase, yes.
Yeah. There's other staircases. anyway. Is this also like a hall with two doors?
There's 3 or 4 doors on either wall.
Okay. I'm gonna
Do
start.
we each just go open a door?
Well, let's do maybe one at a time. Go in and open the.
Everybody choose a door. We'll open them on 3.
I'll slowly open the first door on the left.
Okay. First door on the left. Just doing math or doing numbers in my head. First door on the left is empty.
Okay. Just an empty kind of.
It looks like it might have been a storeroom or something like it at one point. There are like kind of the remains of shelves and like racks and stuff here, but there doesn't seem to be anything left behind. Or at least something that survived.
To the next door on the left, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my staff away and pull out my crossbow here.
Have it ready.
I guess it's worth. Are you trying to open these doors quietly, or are you just preaching and clear?
Surprise!
Slowly, not necessarily quietly.
Okay.
I guess.
Slow it up to where something attacks him and hits the door.
I'm just trying to like peer in, so probably quietly.
Okay.
The next
give me
door.
another
Can I listen to the door?
Sure. Yeah, you
I
can
want to listen in at the next door on the left. 17. Fine.
17. It's hard to tell. There might be something in there. It's not like it. If
there is something, it's not moving around.
Yeah, and it's not a whole bunch of things standing in a corner, breathing really heavily.
I will try and quietly open the door.
Give me a skill check.
And you've got that crossbow ready.
Nothing of water.
Ooh. 18.
18?
No, 19.
19. The lowest, like the landing at the bottom of the well that you guys popped out on, it would have been pretty obvious that like a lot of water at some point recently came rushing down that staircase.
Gotcha.
Ooh,
from that
that's
break
going to
in
be
the well.
slippery. Watch your footing. I'm going to run, jump on my shield.
Skid all the way down the stairs.
I'm just gonna fall on my back and ride the shield down and like have it on my back.
Quietly, like, kind of creaking this door open. You get it about halfway open before you see the back of some sort of creature inside. Kind of hunched over, low to the ground. Seems humanoid. It smells undead. It's kind of hard to tell. It's hard to tell, like, from here what it is.
Get it. This is
I'm going to charge in at it.
Okay, then if you're yelling "rah," then I guess we'll get
roll for initiative.
I'm not smart. I'm naive. And I kind of want to alert this thing to my presence because if it's a normal person, I don't want to just stab him in the back.
7.
Don't forget initiative modifier.
Oh, so 10.
Dang. I went from beating you by 1 to losing to you by 2. Yeah, that one. 10, not 10, 8.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm in the way.
I can't do anything.
I'm in the doorway here.
I have fun distance stuff now. Oh, man, dude. I forgot. Armor Agathis, never had the chance to actually cast a spell. Always wanted to do it. Look forward to using this.
Good spell. If you're interested in a build
I was
based
gonna
on the
say,
Armor of
I
Agathis,
have multiple builds. There's one on this channel.
there is the Frostscale Barbarian. I
Okay.
look forward to playing that at some point.
This thing, you come running in with a roar, and this kind of horrible, gangly, clearly like long dead thing, kind of immediately turns around and swipes at you.
Okay.
With claws.
Big meaty claws.
Big. What did you say? bump, big,
13.
beachy,
It claws up at the shield and I push it back.
Yep.
There's a reason I'm in front.
That's its one attack. So, that's its turn, which makes it a scene.
Oh.
Make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save?
Yep.
Oh, these things are great at those.
That's why.
Wow. I mean, they're not great at those, but it rolled a 19.
That's quite good. Yep, nothing else happens.
Cool.
That's fine.
You go.
Oh, I guess people around here, the sound of bells chiming, like, toon, and it kind of echoes for a little bit.
It definitely echoes through the halls of this place.
Cool.
Trying to
That-
draw
that
more
is
of
either-
Jordan.
That's fine.
That couldn't be a bad thing.
Did you just use magic to make more noise?
Oh, got this coming from
Ah,
Mr.
enemy
Rar.
creature! Hello! Hello!
That's a good scene, by the way.
Yeah,
We're a bunch of idiots.
and now it is Wolf.
Do I have a shot on this thing, or is he in my way?
You could get a shot on.
All right, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna fire him.
Just know if you crit fail, you'll probably
Don't shoot me in the back. You might kill me.
Is that a dexterity roll for crossbows?
So your attack bonus next to your crossbow is what you'll use there, which is your dexterity and your proficiency because you're proficient with the crossbow. Fine roll.
17.
17 will hit.
And that's a D8.
You need to add your dex to it. You know, because you're...
Oh, that's a 4.
4. It will take 4 points of damage.
Boom. Felt the wind on that one.
It definitely, like,
Stumbles back.
feels it, but it doesn't, like... You guys have seen people grievously wounded in battle at this point. It doesn't seem to care that much.
Okay.
Alright.
Yikes, yikes, yikes.
That it's been injured. So now it is Tertius.
I will swing my blade.
Yeah.
Swing it.
19.
19 will hit.
Oh, spare the dying. So that means if someone goes down, you can go up to them
8
while they're
damage.
making
8
saves, and you can touch them, and then all of a sudden
damage.
they're stable. They don't get up, but they're stable.
Okay, so I was just trying to remember.
A
something.
mighty blow. You're pretty sure if you'd struck a peasant with that, it would have killed them, probably twice over. But again, this thing doesn't, like, react as though it's been struck a, like, truly mortal
Okay.
blow.
Does it seem
this
like-
this is a substantial blow. It, like, rends flesh quite easily,
Okay.
and it seems to, like...
Hand me the book there.
It seems more like it's not that it's not getting injured very much by this, it's that it
It's
doesn't
just not
care.
reacting.
It just doesn't react
Yes.
and care. Okay.
You are, in a, like, purely rule sense, you are not triggering massive damage,
Okay.
like, rolls. But you have... This thing, now, after the crossbow bolt and the sword blow, looks significantly worse for wear.
Okay. I swing that, and I'm trying to stay in the way of this thing.
Okay.
Keep my friends behind me. Get behind me.
Get to the hallway.
Tell all the other level 1 characters to get to the hallway.
What a bizarre tag to have on that ability. What in the world?
You need to climb the... What is it? The well shaft?
climb the well shaft.
Get to the well shaft!
The caravan.
Set the building on fire.
You are one ugly mother.
Asim, you son of a bitch!
I see it's gonna be pushing queers up at that.
What's the matter?
What's the matter?
It's got you pushing too many
It's got you
quills.
pushing too many quills.
For some reason, Dylan, you son of a bitch. What's the matter, Dylan? CIA's got you pushing too many pencils. For some reason, that is like near the top of our most quoted.
It's so good. It's just so
like,
good.
lines. We just do it all the
Because
time.
you hear that, but then they do the arm thing,
Respectable
and you
muscles.
just see all the muscles.
This is
like,
just
oh,
those huge bodybuilder arms. It's just like they just framed that shot entirely for that.
So
Man,
good.
what a great movie. It's gonna clutch you again.
Okay.
No.
Stay back, vile creature!
It's a worse claw than the first one.
Okay.
Back to Azim.
I'm going to use my other first level spell and cast Hex on it.
Okay.
Been waiting for one of these for a long time too. And that was bonus action for my action. See if I can hit this thing.
So what is there anything I need to be aware of for Hex?
Do you have 2 spell slots?
Yep.
Don't Warlocks only have 1 at
Pretty
first
sure
level? I might be wrong.
One.
I thought they only had 1 at first level.
Maybe you're right. Did I write that down wrong? I probably did.
Because you did armor bag at this. Look, same team. Cheat. I don't care. I just thought that Warlocks only had 1.
Hey, you haven't been hit yet. You're not allowed to.
I put it down for spells known. They do only have 1. So
One
this
slot.
this will just be
Just your action.
yeah, just Eldritch Blast.
Yep.
And this is a 15 to hit.
That'll hit. Eldritch Blea.
Eldritch Blea.
Max damage.
Max damage.
10.
10
10 force.
with a so it's force damage.
Yes.
So it like kind of so you like hit it with a spell and it kind of flings its kind of broken body into one of the stone walls.
Nice.
And it just like falls limp and does not get back up.
For now.
For the sake of this, because I can use cantrips without having to worry about spell slots, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a sacred flame on it just to
Okay.
set the body on fire.
Just to make sure.
Smells terrible.
Love to smell death in the morning.
But this thing, you set it on fire and it does not like get up or move in any way.
All right, we have 2 more doors.
That's one that doesn't get
4 more doors. Technically. There's a second door on this side. There's 1 more door on this side.
And then 3 on the next
You
door.
can hear movement in one of the doors across the hall.
Okay.
Based on all the noise you've made, you don't hear anything moving in this next
I'm
door
gonna,
as you approach
I'm gonna
it.
watch the doors behind us.
Watch
here.
our back. I'm not trying to be stealthy. I'm just opening the next door
Okay.
on the left because I didn't hear anything. Nothing in there.
It seems like it used to be a guard room.
Okay.
Anything here is sort of rusted and decayed beyond use, but there are no enemies.
Okay.
Can we get a sense just how old all this is? Said it's ancient.
It's
like how...
it's well older than the village.
Okay.
You don't know if that means this is a few hundred years old or 1,000 years old.
Oh, you know what? I was gonna ask this. I know they're decaying bodies, but do they have like discernible features? Like, can we tell if they were the race? Maybe we can get an idea of like what kind of
What culture it was?
what culture of this military
Or
was.
if these are the people from the village.
No,
They're
this
too old
This thing
to-
seems old. It does not seem like this does not seem like it was.
This thing's just been down here the whole damn time. They've just been like happy-go-lucky up above them. That sucks.
Really
Welcome
sucks.
to D&D
Yeah.
and most of Skyrim. Oh yeah, we were just tunneling and then we broke into a tomb and then all the miners got killed. And now we can't mine. Go in there and murder a bunch of undead
Ah,
folks.
damn it! I'm in Blackreach again.
A new hand.
Touches the beacon. No, I didn't. Damn it!
Fine, I'll do it just because I want Dawnbreaker. Just because why
That's
not?
neat.
But
Because I got an empty rack in my house I'm building. So
Hey, I use Dawnbreaker all the time. That's just fun.
on to the next doorway, I guess. So the far right door,
so you're
straight across the hall from the door I just opened.
okay.
Essentially.
Empty.
The middle one here, I'm like,
You get. It sounds like most of the noise you can hearing, and now kind of like scratching at one of the doors is coming from
Be prepared.
like
the
far
one on the end.
I'll just quickly swing open the middle one and just check
Okay.
it. Okay. Be like,
I guess it is worth saying there is another like arched doorway at the far end of the tunnel from where you guys entered. That has another staircase.
okay.
That seems to go up and down. But like it doesn't it doesn't lead. There's no more like rooms. that
Okay.
way. It's just there is another staircase at that end.
I want to kind of like brace myself up against this door and like it doesn't sound like they're like scratching against it right now. I want to like, is it like a latch or something that's been opening these?
Yeah, like any of them that sort of have latches. Some of them are just kind of jammed, stuck from age.
Okay. I want to, if there is a latch or anything, I want to kind of like pop it as I like. I want to try and shoulder check this door and like
Give me an athletics check.
power push it open. 9.
9.
Not rolling well in athletics today.
It definitely like hits something on the other side, but it doesn't like knock it over.
Okay. And then we're in, and I assume there's something on the other side.
Yeah, we'll just.
Is that another
do you
mission?
want to roll new initiatives, or do you want to just stick?
Yeah.
Thank goodness I said yes.
There's another
That's
10.
much better. 17.
20.
Okay.
Why are you so fast?
That's all I got. Fast and throw things. And I think it's, well... actually, it's
That
like-
means it is Asim first.
Can we see into it?
Yep, there seems to be another one of these creatures inside.
We only see like one.
They seem to have been hit by a door. It didn't seem to be very effective.
But
But
it was hit
also
by a door.
seems cross. I mean, the first one seemed cross too. But
Oh!
it's hard to tell whether it's angrier about being hit by a door.
I'll just have to make another wisdom save. Just until I have like full line of sight on this. Nice. That is 3 something damage.
3
Is
something.
it necrotic
I
for?
think so.
Because that's like Toll the Dead or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's necrotic.
Yes, necrotic damage. And now, if I do that again, it'll do a crap ton more. Interesting entry.
What does it
They
affect?
do not have resistance to that.
Neat.
Good.
So, it,
That is a terrible 3.
okay,
These are cool, but that is bad.
That's a weird 3.
you ping it for a little bit of damage. Next is Tuscus.
Ah! I will swing my sword. Critical hit!
Nice.
How you like that
I smash the
shit?
ratings with my sword.
I'll show him 25 critical will hit
Yeah.
the same thing I hit with like a...
No, this is
14
that
or
enemy
whatever
I've
it
always
was.
wanted to stat out where you
The
have
higher.
to roll lower in order to hit it.
That
it's
is 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. So it goes to that. Has to be one of these.
Massive damage! Aye!
Nice. This is our. Is this our first
Okay, so
massive damage roll?
no,
Except for against those peasants.
Well,
I think I
also,
like hit that peasant
I
with
had-
the knife I threw and he had to roll.
Oh yeah.
I also
meant
had
this
one. I had one against the pretty prince dude. Who,
Oh, that's right. I meant this session though.
in this
Yeah,
episode.
this session it's the first one.
Nice.
fully expected. I mean, maybe not fully expect, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was players rolling those more often.
Yeah, expected.
Entirely possible.
Yep, okay, it does indeed fail that, so gonna do one of those. Okay, that's one of those. Okay. It seems to be a mighty blow. It's still up, but it's
Hurt.
it's that seems to have wounded it
I think that
Like,
enemy got the point.
severely.
God.
Now it is Wolf.
I'll shoot it again with the crossbow because I'm just in the back and I don't have my staff out to cast these things.
That's all right.
So.
There's a chance that the statistical penalty that it is taking will not matter.
That
A
is
fine roll.
22.
Oh yeah. Yep.
This one won't be a 1 though. It'll be an 8. 7 acceptable.
10.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Well, the statistical effect that it was going to suffer
Head-
from doesn't
Boom!
matter.
Headshot.
Oh, matcha!
You guys kick the door open and quite easily and quickly cut this undead creature down.
Pun intended.
And before we leave, I cast Sacred Flame to burn it.
You can hear at this point, sort of much more movement on the floor below, or like the floors below. It sounds like all of the yelling and spectral bells
and the fighting and the bickering amongst each other.
And kicking doors open has made some noise in this place.
Okay.
You know what?
There's two staircases.
Does Detect Evil give me like a number? Like, give me a number of them?
How long does Detect Good and Evil last?
Well, you'd have to cast it again.
And I'll use my slot for it, which is fine.
Back at this way. It says, I think it gives you a number and type. And location.
It really doesn't say.
As well as where the creature is located. It lasts for a concentration for 10 minutes.
Yeah, so the first one would have definitely worn off.
I think we know they're coming. Not necessarily.
We're kind of stranded
up here.
I would just like to know how many we're gonna have to deal with, because this is gonna be an interesting fight.
We're probably going to have to kind of watch both staircases, unless we want to try and... Does it sound like it's moving up towards us?
It's hard to tell. There's definitely like activity. It's hard to tell whether it's moving up towards you or not.
Yeah,
onward.
Whatever. Yeah, let's go.
I mean, we've cleared this all out. Going to that the opposite staircase, it goes up further, right? Does it have rubble at the top of it as well, or does it seem like it goes to another floor?
It does go to another floor. That floor is mostly choked with rubble.
Okay.
There are still a couple of accessible doors.
Okay.
But like sort of at that point up, a lot of stuff has caved in.
Okay. I mean, at least this is only one way that we could get snuck up on from behind. Only check these doors really quickly. Yeah, open.
Okay. Left or right?
Left.
Opening the door on the left is an empty, and this door swings open pretty freely.
Okay.
But it's not latched, so it's pretty easy to just kind of push it open. And it looks like it's been sort of opened, like it's kind of been opened and shut a bunch recently.
Okay.
Not necessarily like intentionally, if that makes sense. Like things have been knocking against it at the very least. The room that it leads into, once again, seems like it's a guard room or something like it at one point. And there is a broken section of stonework in the far end of this room that seems to lead out into like a cellar.
We found their path to the surface. Poor people, they got scared, ran and hid, and they hid in somewhere where these things could still get to them and trap themselves.
I mean, like, how would they know, though?
Yeah, I'm not
'cause,
blaming
like,
them, I'm pitying them.
Yeah, just remember this path for
Alright, easier way out.
Right.
Help me remember my grappling hook. And my rope. And then we'll go to...
Door
Is there
on the
just one door on the right and one on the left? Open the door on the right.
Empty storeroom.
Okay. Well, we know how they got out. Let's
Back
work our
down.
way back down, I suppose.
Okay, now I'm pulling out my staff. You wouldn't take a walking stick
From a jacked dwarven death priest.
Yes, yes, I would.
Yes, I would. But I wish you wouldn't. Start moving our way down.
Okay. So you're going to the floor below
The one
the
where we
one
fought
where you guys
things.
fought. Okay. You can hear a decent amount of activity on this floor,
Okay.
and some more farther down.
Well, I think we
And
should...
some of the doors in this hallway seem faintly open.
Okay. I think we probably want to hold the line, maybe. We got to clear these things out, but they might come up from below us on the staircase. Who wants to... I'm happy to face check the front of this, but we might want something to watch the back and someone in the middle to help both.
I'll watch the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, let me watch the back, because
See farther.
I can see farther, and I have a little bit more spell spells to work with here.
Gotcha. So I'll just be backing you.
I don't really want to go door to door here and have them be able to move in behind us. So I think I'm going to take my sword and go clink, clink.
Okay, so I know it's more for when we're in initiative. Would I be able to just cast Shillelagh now, so that way it's ready for initiative?
Yeah, yeah.
That's also a really good strategic plan.
I'm gonna do that.
You can't do it like as a combat starting real quick.
If he says
roll
No,
initiative, but if you're doing it before we,
if you're preparing for combat.
Yeah, I definitely want to have that ready before combat. So,
I think that's a good idea.
so I can just whack, bam,
Back with you.
back with you. Back to Aron, you bastards! You're messing up my drinks.
Yeah, I wanna ring the dinner bell.
Okay, give me initiative rolls. Ring the dinner bell.
Hey, a fine roll.
An 18.
19.
14.
14?
Yep.
Dang it, Brandon, it was lining up to be just like the
Same,
last
I
initiative,
know.
and then you had to go and
It's
screw
not
up.
my fault. The last one was a high roll. This was a medium
Screw it up.
roll. Just plan to run initiative in the reverse order.
These things, it's not like a dozen, but 4 or 5 of these things are going to come like
Oh boy.
kind of flooding out of some of the rooms, and you watching the staircase can hear activity farther down, but there's nothing.
When you say flooding in, fast or like
They all come running. To
good.
the
They're
dinner
running.
They're running
ones.
zombies.
Damn it. The worst ones.
So I see them in the hall in
Yes.
front of me. Okay. I guess I'll step forward to whichever one comes from the closest door and just swing. I mean, we have a hallway at least. That should limit how many of them can get to us at a time, and we'll just have to slog through this.
Or we're bottlenecked, but it's fine.
10.
10 is going to miss.
Kind of move forward. I'm probably trying to not look like it, but minorly freaking out right now. So,
Okay. Wolf.
you can prepare an action if you don't see any of them too. Like if one runs up to you, you could say that. If you're interested in how ready actions work, there's a help action on the channel. I went over this. You can like ready your action to say if this happens, then this is the action I will take.
Okay.
And that could be like if one runs up to me, I will hit it with my stick, and you get to do that. Even if you can't see one right now.
Yeah, I'll go and just ready like for an attack, and
With the shillelagh
with the
stick.
shillelagh stick.
Can totally do that.
Ah!
I see.
Bonk. Go to horny jail. Bonk.
Yeah, closest one.
Go to
I'm
zombie
gonna
jail.
Try an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
The bitch bleed.
I don't remember what that was. 13.
13 on it.
Force damage.
4 force
Yeah.
damage. Okay. Closest. That's
Numbers. That looks like a 9.
The color's very nice.
now
The numbers
it
are
is-
so
Now it is their
Good dice.
turn.
Good dice.
You are right. They're kind of bottlenecked in the hallway, so there's at least one attack. There's probably you're farther forward, so there's probably just 2 attacks coming at you.
I don't think they can get to Brandon through us right now.
If they'd like to, they can.
Oh yeah, you cast Arm Agnes, and now you're in the middle.
I'm here.
I'm here. Kill me. I'm
It's
here.
a quiet boy.
What
are you waiting for?
We're still just quitting.
Sorry.
I'm surprised you didn't do a knock knock joke.
Knock knock. I mean,
You're bleeding. You're dying. I ain't got time
Time
to
to
bleed.
Got time to duck. 16.
nope.
Okay.
Good.
I am the front line.
Good.
This one.
You guys are damage dealers. I am the front line.
The second one's
Stay
gonna
behind
go
me.
for a bite instead.
Oh, ugh, I hope it misses.
Pretty cool.
Oh, fucking shit.
Oh, that's bad, because now I'm frontline.
Why?
I mean, not guaranteed. You might be
Welcome
okay.
to the front line.
Should have just should have just. If I'd known it would have been a crit, would have just rolled the claws because it's less damage.
Much worse because it's the bite. I might just go down here. We'll see.
Luckily for you, D&D doesn't have exploding dice.
Oh, well, that means I probably just don't die outright, at least. But I'm probably going down here.
We get that book table in there.
So it's fortunately the regular bite is 2d6.
I'm just gonna go ahead and put a 0
out of
here.
4d6s, 3 of them were 6.
I am down.
Is 21 enough to kill you outright?
It's not double my HP, so it's
Good.
not an outright kill. But I am downed and bleeding out.
Want to make that? Wait, if you're down, you don't need to make the massive damage.
No, this is not massive damage. I'm just downed.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, it skips.
You
the rest of
remember
the
that?
It was how much?
cantrip You
You remember-
talked
yeah,
about?
You said
Yeah.
how much damage was it?
damage? 21.
21. Yeah. So yeah, it would have had to been 26 to kill me outright.
Which, with that crit, was
It could have
entirely
happened.
possible.
It could have happened.
There's a lot of 6s.
So I'm like, ah! And this thing goes, and I collapse.
It jumps
I
up
crumble.
on him and sinks this mouthful of kind of fanged shark teeth just into his shoulder, kind of at the base of the neck, and just bears him to the ground.
Good.
Why did we come down
Guess
here?
whose turn it is?
Me?
Make a
Hey!
death save.
Oh,
Oh god. Oh god. They're both so bad.
the DMs die. 1 success?
Oh, I thought for sure that would be a crit fail.
Yeah.
We're keeping with you, good buddy.
Wolf.
You're building me up just to
How far
pick
are
me
they
back.
from me?
20 feet. 15 feet.
And there's some still coming up from underneath, probably. And then worst of all, you ripped off my fucking throat with your nasty teeth, nasty teeth. And now I'm
Okay.
bleeding out.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame behind me. I'm gonna turn around and cast Sacred Flame at the one that jumped him.
Okay.
So
Choice.
that's wisdom save, I think, for Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame.
Target must succeed on a Dex saving throw.
Oh, Dex
Oh,
for
Dex.
Sacred Flame. The other thing, they're fast zombies. They might be good at these.
Unfortunately for you, they're better at that than wisdom save.
The target gains no benefit from cover for this saving throw.
You cannot hide from the eyes of the Death God or the Life God.
15.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
That succeeds. Yours is close to that. Yours is a 14. I
I'm a
think.
14, so
Yeah,
they don't take any damage.
They barely beat it.
Oof.
Damn, the dice have decided that this campaign is over.
I can take a little.
I see.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blade. Hey, I could always crit, stand up, and kill. You know?
That's 25
Oh
to hit.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Wrong stage.
5.
5.
5.
The same one that's been hit.
Yes.
Then it's them. They're
Can I make
Oh,
a
God,
recommendation
God,
on your turn?
Damn.
Don't you have a bonus action that you could have done?
For what?
Don't you have a first level spell that's a bonus action and could heal?
Yeah, I do. Healing word. No, I'm also just remembering I have the command spell. I could have just made him grovel to give us time.
Well, it only works on one though.
Oh.
Or run. Flee. You asshole.
Doesn't-
swing some claws at you.
Alright.
You could potentially get me up to help.
13.
Yeah, I
And
have
do you have
I have healing word, and then I
Parry.
also have spare the dying. So
do
I
you
can't-
have your
Worse than that.
No.
Okay.
I will accept this hit.
They run at you and claw.
Don't
at
you have an
and nothing
anti-undead
happens.
channel divinity too?
All channel divinities have turn
There's like
undead.
a turn undead one.
Do you
That
not
might
get
work?
channel divinity
Which,
until second
which one?
level?
Yeah, I think
I don't
it's
know. I'd have to go through. Is
Maybe.
that Bane? Maybe.
No,
No,
it's not a spell. It's not.
I think channel divinity is
Is
my
it a
second.
Let me
cantrip?
get this real quick. Channel divinity second.
Don't have it yet. But maybe on your next turn, if you're feeling friendly, you could throw a little
Distant-
bonus action heal.
Distant noises faintly intensify.
They
But
won't
nobody
lift.
gets nobody gets hurt or
Alright,
anything.
alright.
Okay, good, good.
So
Uh,
it's not
back around.
Tertius.
Tertius.
Another success.
All right.
Since when?
Okay.
The
So
DM's dice are not being messed.
So I can
DM's
still-
die is being messed.
so I could still use a cantrip, and then my bonus action would be your
Yes,
Okay.
as long so casting like a spell and a spell as a bonus action has some weird other rules with it.
Okay.
As long as the other spell is only a cantrip, you're fine.
Okay.
You couldn't. There's other ways you can do bonus
cast
action
one
spells.
level
You
spell?
couldn't do like a third level spell and then a bonus action second level spell or something.
You
like
can't fireball or
Bonus-
lightning bolt, bonus action lightning bolt.
that. Exactly.
Okay.
And it's 1d4 plus your wisdom is how much it heals.
Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna use.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use. I have a bonus
There's a
action,
lot of
which is
shit
my
up here.
last spell slot.
Right.
So I'm gonna use Healing Word on Tertius.
Okay.
And
Since I'm down though, it does max healing because of the type of cleric he is. So you don't have to roll the 4. It's just automatically 4 plus your wisdom mod, which is what plus.
4.
So I just get 8
Sheesh.
because that's the kind of cleric you are.
So I'm gonna use that on him. I'm gonna use that on him, and then I'm also going to once again cast Sacred Flame
Okay.
back behind me.
Good choice. Both heal and attack. Good.
That one's an 8.
That is not it.
Okay.
Let's still hit. That's a D8 for that. Is that plus my spell attack bonus?
No, I think it's just.
I think it's just flat. Yeah. But it might have some other beneficial bonuses.
Sacred Flame. Damage. Probably means so.
1d8 radiant. 1d8 radiant. So what is it?
It's a 2.
2 radiant damage.
Okay. Do you ever take the tool?
Get back in the fight, goddammit!
Asim.
Fabulous
El-
scene.
Eldritch Blast. Warlock.
Eldritch Blade.
Crit.
Crit!
Critical hit.
Well, I think you know what I
I
think you know
flashed-
whether or not that hits.
I blast the bang,
Thank you. What the hell happened to my D10? Am I
It's
blind?
right there.
Oh, I'm looking at the hits. the weird one.
Why did it become a D100?
Yeah. 10. That's weird.
10 damage? On the same one?
Yes. By the way, what is in the
No more than that.
It's little flower petal
I
things.
wish.
So the one that you guys have just been like blasting
Little rose things.
constantly looks extremely bad off. He looks charred. He looks like maybe he's got some bones
whipped
broken.
That fucker by 1.
He is not in good shape. And now it is their turn. So
Yeah.
get 2 attacks
So-
at each of you because
Ah.
now you're in the middle.
I like it. I like how I like the idea. Wolf's out here with his staff at the staircases.
I don't
Sacred
want.
Flame!
I don't want to tell you this. You might already know this. I think they have advantage on me because I haven't acted yet, so I haven't gotten to stand up.
Why'd you tell him?
Because I went
Right.
down.
That's a miss on you. That's an even worse miss on you.
God bless it.
I at least have a good armor
If any of them
class.
hit me, it'll fucking hurt.
Have
Damn.
another d20.
If anything, I gotta be honest.
DM blessing. Well, that was fun.
Neither of them were crits.
Tertius.
Okay. I'm like they're like clawing on me. I'm gonna be like, ah, and like jump up, and I'm gonna swing at the one that's hanging on. Well, you guys both could go at the one that's on like a thread,
And
right?
if
But
you will,
reminder, I'm kind of just throwing
Throwing over
things
your
yeah,
back.
you are gonna have to move. You would have to move 5 feet to
get to
at
that
the
one.
That's-
Okay, then I'll go at just one of the ones that's on me.
Okay.
With a mighty blow, hopefully.
I guess you do have fancy combat tricks and stuff too. Don't you?
Yeah, it's not really relevant right now. 10.
10.
Yeah.
That will miss.
I really like the idea of the new maneuver that lets you switch place with someone. You're on the ground. You're like, yeet. I'm on the ground. Thank you.
How did I get up here?
What the hell?
Who are you?
Oh,
Does
God.
it have? Do you have to be adjacent to them, or can you do that at range? You do it at range.
It's just me. How did I come all the way over here?
Should I? Yeah, I'm also going to bonus action Second Wind because
Okay.
why not? Well, I might be wasting some heal potential, but
That's alright.
they could also more easily one-shot me, so I'm back to full. It's +7. So
And it was not a waste.
yeah, I mean I was only 5 away from full, and I could have healed as many as 11, but I don't want to play that game.
Wolf.
Good choice.
Are any of them up the stairs yet, or no? I'm just gonna once again just yeet a sacred flame behind me.
Injured boy.
Yeah, at injured boy.
Might as well. Less attacks,
Fucking
less attacks.
die already!
Why won't you die?
Oh yeah, he fails that. So he did, because there's
Yeah,
no
technically.
physical way you can
And it's
do...
a shit.
There's no physical way you can do little enough damage to kill him.
The holy fires burn him away.
Mm,
That's the one that ripped my into my shoulder. Good riddance.
Fuck that guy.
Give it together, Tertius!
then it is...
Second Wind is literally adrenaline. He's a
one
adrenaline.
next
He's
to
like,
you
"Oh, come on."
dies in holy fire.
None of the
And
others
he's
have
been gone
hit.
too long in the midnight.
Holy fire.
How many are left that we can see?
3 in this hall.
Have any of the
You
other ones
super
been hit?
gross, he bit me.
13 to hit.
13 will hit.
I thought that was a 1. I was like, ooh.
8.
8
force
damage. 8 force damage.
Yes.
He definitely seems to feel that.
Is that a cantrip you have?
Yes, sir.
Eldritch Blast is...
Damn!
And you can
Next
and you
level,
can
it
just
gets way
continue to
better.
supercharge it into just like a sniper missile that you can hit 2
I
people
did the
with.
cliche power
and it'll
build
knock
for
'em-
the cantrip too,
and
so
it'll knock
if
'em,
I
like, 15
can use
feet
X,
back or
I can
whatever.
add extra damage, and then there's stuff you can add at second level and higher that you stack it. I tried not to do that. Features have led me to do this, so it's so I'm doing.
Eldritch Blast is great.
Eldritch Blast, very strong.
Also,
That was
instead of
Aziz.
just getting
Now is the 3 ghouls.
the one that's higher later on, instead of
So we'll
adding more damage, like
should we
yours,
get him
mine gives me
to
extra.
start with? That go miss.
And there's 2 on me, right?
Of course they're missing. Of course they're missing all their attacks on the guy who, if they hit him, they will take damage.
Exactly.
Of course. They'll crit me again on a bite attack.
Well, that's better, but that's still only like 14. So.
Nope. Get off me! I'll kill you all! I'm so scared right now!
And one's going to appear at the top of the stairs.
Yes! My waiting has
on
paid
your
off!
side.
Well, you don't get to use your ready action now. Because you've been using your action
He's
since
just
then.
excited to hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes!
You still got a shillelagh stick ready.
Like
Brings
a
us back
nail.
around to the top with Tertius.
I'm swinging. A 12?
12 will just barely hit.
It's not really useful to give advantage on the next attack before my next turn on it because you guys aren't going to attack the ones next to me. You're going to attack the ones next to you. So I'm just going to hit it normal. 7.
7?
Mhm.
That's pretty good damage. So, not that much. Cool. Wolf.
Alright, I'm gonna just whack. I'm gonna whack the one that's coming up the stairs this one
Right.
over here.
I'll find it.
6. 14. Or 24. 24.
24 will hit. 14 would have hit 2. But
Sorry.
24 will definitely hit.
It's like putting a nail into a board.
11.
Okay.
It's more like
That's satisfying.
One of these, which he fails.
A meaty
So
whack.
One of these, so like you've been standing there waiting, you kind of turn around, you cast Sacred Flame, and there's just like fighting and yelling and all this stuff, and finally this creature comes like snarling and running up the stairs, and you just hit it in the head, and it just goes straight down.
yeah, that's right.
Woo!
It had to fail a lot of things in a row for that to happen, and it did.
Drink green tea all freaking day. I'm pumped.
I won't.
You're gonna bring the demons out of me.
I see.
Fabulous scene.
Eldritch Blast.
Yep. Healing spells.
I would say to. What's the one that's closest to me? Is that the one?
There's still one up on you.
Okay, yeah.
All up in your business.
24 to hit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
3 force damage.
3 force damage.
The number of the counting shall be 3.
3.
Okay, it takes it. Now it is their turn. No attacks coming at you.
Because I killed it.
Yep.
2 at me, 1 at him.
Well, he just broke his head, so we'll start with the one on you, as we've been doing. 13,
Miss.
Nice. Barely.
17.
Get off of me!
Okay.
18 AC.
18 AC,
How about less than 17?
Ah, get off of me, you sons of bitches! I'll kill y'all!
You're like hyper aware now.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
On Mountain Dew.
I could use it.
Now that I've used that, now that I've hit something with Shillelagh, do I have to recast it?
No, it lasts
And,
a minute, I think.
And,
10 minutes, maybe?
another one comes running up the staircase on, like, your guys'
opposite of me.
So it's going
Okay.
to be stuck between the two that are currently, stuck behind the two that are currently fighting you.
Okay.
But it's just like...
Yep, it lasts a minute.
Back to Tertius.
Alright. I'm just trying to get this one right in front of me here. 7. You know what?
7.
I've got inspiration.
Okay.
We're cornered up here. I'm using the inspiration. 20.
One hits.
Good switch.
Yours is saving throws, and you still have to fight your guy. I'm still gonna just do normal damage, I think.
Yep, you're good. I got save and
Well,
attack roll. So.
I got 2 dice. I need the extra damage, I think. I'm gonna use one for a distracting strike on this guy.
Okay.
7 plus 10 damage, and then the next attack against him will have advantage.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Okay. He's looking pretty bad off after that.
Okay. That's my turn.
Wolf.
Any more coming up the stairs that I can hear? Or?
It's hard to
That's
tell.
how-
There's like, especially now with like just all the fighting going on, it's hard to tell whether any are coming up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna still just stay. I'm just gonna cast another Sacred Flame behind me.
Okay. That's
Yeah, it has to be. It can't be my attack, and it has to be before the start of my next turn to get the advantage. Just so you know. So I won't get it, but if one of them attacks him,
So
they have advantage.
you're using Sacred Flame?
Yeah.
Just to save them. And just use it for...
that is pretty good on the deck save. That's 17.
Yeah, that beats it.
Damn. Gassim.
I'm gonna steal a d20 that's not one of the terrible ones.
No, you can only take the bad one. Here, have my rose die.
It
It rolls bad too. That's why I'm using the blue one.
I'm
You
gonna
have been tricked.
every damn time. I'm gonna take advantage of him, like pointing out the spot that I need to hit on the one that he's giving me advantage.
Okay. You will take an attack of opportunity from the one right next to you.
That's fine.
Okay.
Crit.
Nobody rolls well enough to hit you, which means he dies.
But you will still take some
but
damage.
How much damage?
Yeah, it depends if he burns all your fine.
9 damage.
So
Okay.
So he
I'm
takes
not
5.
down. Yeah, he'll take 5 cold damage.
Oh yeah, he dies.
10 hit points are gone.
So
I'm down to 2.
No, you
Or
get up to
4.
9. He only dealt 40. You're going to 7.
4.
You're at full, right? Yeah, you're going to 7.
That is the most.
We need every
damage
hit
I've
point
taken.
we can get.
What is your max hit points?
11.
11.
11. So that will. So I'm going to need a
Massive
con
hit.
save from that. Even though it like doesn't necessarily drop you below
Nice.
half.
15.
Yep, you're fine. The amount of damage
Early.
that he did is enough to trigger.
Gotcha.
So even
And
with
then-
that extra.
Still advantage on that attack. 20 to hit. Still
Oh
not
yeah,
bad.
that'll hit.
He's injured too, so we might finish him off here.
8 force damage.
Yeah.
Not finish him off?
Yep. So,
You're
now
hit.
so there's just there are 2 left in this hall.
One right up on me and one a little further
and
back.
1, yep,
Okay.
You want to know what's even better? I can double my hit point. Well, if I roll well, I can get a crap ton more temp hit points, which means I can tank now.
There will be an attack coming at each of you as the other one kind of runs forward. The one that's been fighting you, clawing uselessly at you, will continue to probably claw uselessly at you. That's just barely an 18.
That ties my AC. Think that hits.
I'm a little worried about this one because now I got no protection.
Cool.
Technically, I should have had you do something when you took that attack, but
I can do it.
no, because at this point it doesn't make sense. Because you ran up and hit the other one, so we would have to backtrack a bunch. So forget about it. That's 13. They keep going
13.
really well.
Even with my max HP, I go down.
Hot damn. You remember that cantrip you got that stops people from super dying? That
They
really
keep.
helpful.
They keep. Why do they keep? It's like miss a million times in a row. We hit you once, and we're gonna hit you really
We're gonna
hard.
hit you.
Oh, we're gonna hit you.
Getting some bowl vibes from back in the day. I never hit him, but when I do, boy, do I hit him hard, and then he reduces it.
I finally hit him, and then he reduces it, and he gives himself resistance to it. But we got him below 100. Get the 19th level wizard in here fast. We need a power word kill.
Get
There
the
was some
super
of that.
assassin.
Wolf.
Okay. Let's see here. I'll definitely use my bonus action, spare the dying on him, on Tertius. So he should be.
Yep.
And then you said there's two. There's just
two
two
more.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip on the one that took him out.
Okay.
So just know, you can pull people closer to you with Thorn Whip. You can choose not to.
I mean, I can, but do I want him near me to attack?
That's
Exactly.
a spell weapon attack, right?
Yeah.
I
I believe.
can
It's a spell attack. It's not
make
a
a
spell
melee
weapon.
spell.
It's a
attack.
melee spell attack. It's not a spell weapon attack.
Oh, right, but
Yeah,
it's
a melee spell.
So, but it, well, whether I'm mostly just asking whether he's rolling something or.
Yeah. It's an attack roll, I think.
Yeah, so it's an attack roll from you.
Okay.
Okay.
That is. Do I add the spell attack bonus to that?
To the hit, yes.
Yep.
Okay, so 24 again.
Oh yeah.
That's 1d6. A fiber.
Fiber. He takes 5.
Back the hell up. Back, demon.
Demon now.
Nice. I've always wanted to do that to someone. Give me a reason to slap the crap out of someone.
I see.
I will think. Yeah, I'll just attack the one closest to me. Now, keep forgetting what my modifier is. 6. 17.
17 left.
3.
Takes 3.
We might end up cutting this into 2 episodes. We'll see.
We'll see.
We're like that.
This comment's
We-
taking a
and
hot
we've
minute.
got some rambling at the beginning. We can
That's
cut
true.
out, so it may just be one long episode. This will be the end of the episode.
Take a long rest. That's the end of the episode.
Well, we'll see if we can take a long rest.
I guess at this point it's probably just 2 attacks at you.
All right.
14.
It'll hit.
That is, I think, enough to down you. Oh. Wrong dice for their claw attacks. I've been rolling their bite damage.
Well,
They've been biting instead.
yeah.
That's still 7.
That downs me.
No. You got this.
rolled this die in almost 2 years.
Yeah, so I guess I only rolled one attack, right? So
Yeah.
the other one will go for the dwarf. And critical fail.
Ooh.
So he's by me
He
now.
trips over us. Azim goes down, the other one trips over him and, like,
Is prone in front of
is
you.
prone on the ground.
I'll give you advantage to thwack him with your stick.
Is he by me? Like, can I? Like, is he close enough that I can just whack him?
On your turn, yes. Tertius doesn't take a turn because he's stable. Wolf.
Cast
I'm role playing.
Cast Spare the Dying on this guy as
Okay.
well.
I'm a hot dog.
And I will thwack the one that's close to me.
Okay.
With advantage, if it's the prone one. Right?
Yep,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you roll two d20s, take the higher one.
I would take the 17, not the
Yeah.
2.
That is a 23.
That will absolutely hit.
That's a D8. 11.
11. He looks... Wait, no. That's not that one. That's this one.
They both look bad.
11 kills him.
Oh,
There's only one left.
you got a chance.
I'm like hitting pumpkins. at
In
this
before
point.
he crits you with a bite attack.
Yeah.
He'll,
Kills
he'll
Will
make
he,
a, he'll
will
take a
he
swing
trip
at you.
over him now, too? Am I gonna-
He misses. Unless your AC isn't a 10, is it?
No, it's 14.
So he misses.
And I'm now, and he's close enough now. Right?
Yeah, he runs.
Yeah, I'm
into
definitely just whacking him with shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
It's not even a full swing. It's just taps at this point. Whack.
Oh. That's a 10.
That'll miss.
Right down to the wire, right down to the wire, right down to the wire. Did you get stabilized?
Yeah, I used Spare
Okay.
the Dying on him.
Okay. So it's just...
That will miss.
This die
Worse than the
remains
last one.
to be
Alright, let's try this again. With a different die.
the same 10?
Oh, come on,
It
man!
will still miss.
Ah, one of the
He's gonna crit me. What?
Well, I mean, it's those classic idiot fights that the finals of these kind
You
of
guys both
combats
have
devolve
rubber
into.
hammers right now.
11.
Oh, close, but no.
Okay.
Back at him, back at him, back at him. Another 10? Oh.
Okay, 22.
That'll hit.
I think it's-
Wait, no, that's a D8. Sorry. 7.
He takes 7.
I mean...
6.
Ooh.
Come on, burning...
That is a 12.
12 will hit.
Keep one of the guys a D6. That is a 10.
He goes down.
Hooray!
Hooray! No. Yes, I did it.
Your voice echoes eerily through a extremely silent ruin beneath the ground as all
I'm gonna-
sounds of battle fade away.
I'm gonna put them up against the wall, then move the bodies and burn them.
Okay.
Flame them.
It smells terrible in here.
Hopefully that'll wake them up. It's like the
I'm having a
The
terrible...
smelling salts.
Yeah,
let's
salt.
find out.
smelling salts.
I would wake up
Oh yeah, I forgot.
In-
Stabilize.
4 hours!
Back to 4 hours!
Hey!
I'm getting a good.
Well, we could call it an episode there. I think.
I'm just over here. Just
Yeah.
drinking my sorrows away for 4 hours.
Strange, why you gotta give me a heart attack like that?
You almost TPK'd him.
You're gonna be really worried there for a minute.
You almost got us, you son of a bitch.
There, that was spooky. Okay, note to self. Don't do that again.
Hey, remember when we didn't have a healer or like a stabilizer before?
Yeah, no. Let's see. I would have survived. Until they start eating me.
Well done. Yeah, this episode's a little bit longer, but that
That was a brutal fight.
Yeah.
that combat dragged on a little bit there.
Especially towards the end.
Oof.
Yeah!
In the next episode, we'll I suppose we'll pick up as
pieces.
you guys
Wake up.
wake up. some hours later. Thank you everybody so much for watching. That was that had me worried there. Maybe I should stop throwing those things.
Shillelagh for the win.
If you're interested in this, we have gameplay in a couple other systems, as well as a lot of just sort of very D&D like rule specific videos, as well as just like discussion sort of breakdown stuff. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I'm having a lot of fun. And I'm having a heart attack.
I wasn't.
That's the confidence we keep hearing.
We'll see you.